everybody? I'm here today to show you and tell you how to lower the humidity in a house. These will be easy steps in a very simplistic tutorial, so let's get right into the video. I'll be going over 6 ways to lower the humidity in your house. Now, I said I'm going to show you and tell you how to do it, but in reality, I'm sitting in my car, so I'm just going to tell you. But most of these are straightforward, that you can look up a separate tutorial on how to do them, and most of them you'll know how to do them anyways, okay? So let's get into these 6 steps for lowering the overall humidity level in your house. Some of these are area specific, so for a specific room, and others are just for the house in general. So let's get into this. Number 1, probably the most important one, is to use an air conditioner. Now, I live in Toronto, Ontario in Canada, actually in Etobicoke more specifically, which is like in the GTA. It's just technically just outside of Toronto, but we still call it Toronto for the most part. So we get, cold winters, so we use the furnace all the time, and then hot summers, so we use the air conditioner all the time. So it's normal for me to use an air conditioner and to dehumidify the house throughout the summer months. But in some places, when you have sort of like a medium temperature, I know that air conditioners aren't as common, or in colder places. If you have the ability to use an air conditioner, using it will dehumidify the house. I learned this because when I got a new air conditioner, the HVAC guy told me that the temperature won't decrease at first. The house was really hot. We got a new air conditioner installed and we turned it on, and he told me it's going to take a few hours for the temperature to decrease because it's going to just pull the humidity out of the house first, then it will decrease the temperature. So an air conditioner, its primary job is to dehumidify the house, then it reduces the temperature, basically, for the most part. That's the best way to think about it. So using an air conditioner will dehumidify your house and lower the humidity in your house. Number 2 is to turn on a dehumidifier. Now, dehumidifiers are generally used in basements because basements are going to be more humid because of where they sit relative to the water level around the house. But basically, a dehumidifier, you can have it set up to run and keep your humidity level at a certain amount. So it'll run until you dehumidify it till a certain percentage, and then once your humidity level increases, it's going to dehumidify again, and on and on and on. And all that you got to do is you got to make sure you drain it and you empty the canister whenever it's necessary. But they work really well for general rooms and even entire floors, depending on the size of dehumidifier that you get. The next thing, the third thing I want to tell you about, is to turn down your HVAC humidity controller. So where I live, there's most houses will have a humidity controller on your air handling system. So on your furnace, your air conditioner system, it's going to pump in a certain amount of humidity. So the furnace, when it's on like a furnace mode, it will pump in a certain amount of humidity. You can control that amount. So obviously, if you want to dehumidify your house, turn it down or turn it off all the way. There's a setting on most air handlers and furnace systems in my area, in Toronto in general, and I think in Canada, that essentially you can turn the humidity controller to a certain amount, and then you can turn it to winter mode or summer mode. When it's in winter mode, it's going to obviously when it's in winter mode, it's going to pump the humidity into the house because you want to get humidity into the house. Your house is dry. When it's in summer mode, it's going to prevent any humidity from going in the house. So you can use those controllers and those levers on your furnace, air handler, air conditioner system appropriately to dehumidify your house overall, okay? So that's number 3. Turn down your HVAC humidity controller or turn it off completely, okay? If that doesn't help you out, move on to number 4, or even if it does help you out and you want to continue to dehumidify, move on to number 4, which is to clean your gutters. Now, believe it or not, having dirty gutters will cause water to sit in the gutters. When water and moisture sits in the gutters, it is very close to your roof lining and your shingles, and therefore the wood is likely to absorb that moisture, and therefore that moisture will go into your attic, and therefore that moisture will make its way somewhat as humidity into your house. Does that mean that you're going to get a massively humid house if you don't clean your gutters? No. It might only affect it a little bit, but it does affect it. You need to understand that. So clean your gutters. It's good. It's a good thing to do anyways. I clean mine twice a year. In my old house, I cleaned them, I clean them once a year now, to be honest with you. I used to clean them twice a year in my old house because it was only a bungalow, so it was much lower. We live in a 2-story house now. We sort of moved on up, no pun intended. And it's really, really tall. So I grow the groins to go up on that ladder once a year. I clean the gutters thoroughly, and that's it. Because, if it was lower, I would go up twice, 3 times a year, but I'm terrified, to be honest with you. So I get my guts going, I go up the ladder, I clean it once, and I'm done. Half the house, it's a side split. Long story short, I don't want to give away too much information, but half the house is like about 22 feet high, which is, for me, is very scary. And the other half is much lower. The other half is like, I don't know, like maybe 12 feet or something like that. So the other half is no problem, but the upper half is scary for me. I got to invest in one of those like wand gutter cleaners where you just shove it up there and you spray around. I got to invest in one of those. So I'll be getting one of those in the future, and look forward to a video review of it and how to use it. I'll be showing that off. That brings us, we did number 4, clean your gutters, to number 5, which is to reduce the number of house plants in your house overall or in a specific area. House plants are great. I'm going to be honest with you. My wife has tons of houseplants in the house, and I love her, and I love the houseplants, but, you know, oftentimes, like, they're in front of every door, you know, so whenever I gotta go outside, I gotta move a houseplant, which is totally fine, but you know, they do bring humidity to the house. Not a ton. Like, if you have lots of small houseplants, you're probably okay, but if you have a big tree in your house, yeah, that's gonna bring humidity, but luckily, some plants actually suck up the humidity and the moisture, so if you get the right houseplants, it can actually dehumidify your house, because they're gonna suck up the humidity and use it to grow. Okay, and that leads us lastly to number 6, which is to turn on the bathroom fans during and after, whenever you take a bath or a shower, or if you're doing anything in the bathroom, like you're cleaning the bathtub or whatever, turn on the bathroom fans. I invested in all of the bathrooms except for one have a bathroom fan timer. Okay, actually, sorry, I apologize, all of them except for 2, but I'm gonna get one done now, and another one. So like right now we have 4 bathrooms, 2 of them have the timer, and the other 2 I'm gonna get a timer put in. I'm gonna probably just put it in myself. I'll install myself. I'll do a video on that as well. But they're the best things. You set it for, you know, you're gonna take a shower, and I take long showers. I take like 25, 30-minute showers. I meditate in there, I relax, I obviously bathe myself, I calm down, I organize my night and my day for the next day, because I shower late at night, you know. So I set the bathroom timer for 60 minutes. And essentially, I take my shower for half an hour, the fan is on for that 30 minutes, still 25, 30 minutes, and then it continues for another 30 minutes after, and it just sucks out all the moisture and the humidity. It is golden, okay? You gotta think about it this way. If you're paying to have a new bathroom, like, fan installed, the cost for installing a switch is gonna be the same. Whether the electrician is installing a switch or a timer, it's gonna be the same cost. Whether you're installing the switch or a timer, it's gonna be the same amount of work. So the timer costs, I think, like 30 bucks or 25 bucks. And the switch costs like $3 or something. So it's a little bit more, but honestly, excuse me, you're gonna have that timer for a long time. So totally worth it. But that's it. That is how to lower the humidity in a house. Easy steps in a very simplistic tutorial. 6 things that you can do. If you like this video, tutorial / demonstration / explanation, not really a demonstration, but it's a tutorial and an explanation, whatever type of, you know, / storytelling, whatever type of video you want to call this, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.